Continuing here. So if we didn't have a willing workforce, I might have a different opinion. But I'm not an elitist at all. I'm an equalitarian. I'm an egalitarian. I'm a good American because that's in our Constitution. God given rights are respected. It has nothing to do with religion. Okay? Believing in God is more of a cosmic philosophy. It's just acknowledging the fact that there's just too much mystery. There's too much miraculous design in everything, intricacy, okay? And it doesn't make sense that things would become more designed on their own organically, naturally. No, there's something artificial, cosmic, divine taking place here. So we're all God's children. And I ask, whose planet is this anyhow? Okay. So all you people that think that, giving stuff away is a bad idea, Victor Hugo and all that. Well, I prescribe to Victor Hugo's philosophy of prosperity makes monsters, adversity makes men. But tell Donald Trump that. Tell people that their kids, it doesn't happen all the time. It's a generalization. You don't have to be a monster because you acknowledge that you were born rich. Because someday that's going to be a universal paradigm. What do you think this world's going to look like when Jesus Christ is ruling over the affairs of men? What do you think it's going to be like? I mean, people that think it's so bad to give stuff away, then certainly don't leave any inheritance to your children. They didn't do anything for that money. And you think it would ruin them. Victor Hugo, you'll say, I had to give my money to charity or something else, to throw it away, burn it. Because, prosperity makes monsters and adversity makes men and women, same thing, men and women, right? Mankind. So when I speak of men, I'm speaking of women too. It's a two-way street, right? We're all equal. Not only under the laws of men, but under the cosmic laws of God, okay? The divine laws, let's say. So think long and hard before you embrace a particular belief system, a philosophy, okay, a mindset, okay, and try to understand where a guy like me is coming from, because I am fiscally conservative. That's why I call myself a conservative. I have conservative views. I don't like abortion, but I say, let's get to the meat of the matter. Let's get to the root of the problem. As long as somebody gets paid, they'll do something. We know there's murderers, so we know that you could pay someone to do abortion. You could pay someone to be a hitman. You could pay whatever it is, they'll do it. They'll lie. They'll deceive. We all know that's like falling off a log for evil people. So we got to start from that point of view, is understand it's money driven. As long as there's that incentive to do something evil, you'll always find people that will do it. So how are we going to fix this thing, Ted Nugent, John Rappaport, Alex Jones, and anybody else that would disagree with me? I'm here to listen. I want to talk. Let's have a debate. Let's have a discussion. But I'm fiscally conservative. Okay? I believe in mathematics and being prudent and honest. That's it. It doesn't take intellect to do 2 + 2, right? Anybody can do that. Okay? This is about logic, reason, and honesty above all. And when we do that, I'm sorry I'm coming off brash and kind of like an a-hole. And that's what I mean. I wish I was the nicest guy in the whole world, but I really don't feel it sometimes, because when I'm trying to get my point across, I think sometimes I come across kind of arrogant. And I don't like it. It's unbecoming, and I apologize. I really do. Because I think it just, it kind of defeats what I'm trying to do. And what I'm trying to do is be effective. I just want people to really be honest and be reasonable. And, say, look, I've thought of every angle and I still disagree with that guy. That guy, he's some kind of wild-eyed, pipe-dreaming liberal. Okay, I don't know what he is. He calls himself a fiscal conservative, but I'm not going to talk about the math, okay, of actually, going to a minimum guaranteed income. Okay, I'm just going to think how that's going to affect me. Not even thinking that it would actually be very good for the economy if people were spending money and they've health security. There'd be a lot of cash flow out there, and it does not have to cause inflation. Is that the problem that would cause inflation up till now? All that money that's been spent on welfare in the last 55 years, that's in the pockets of guys like Rich Dad now. Do you understand? That's part of the wealth disparity. It didn't work. It doesn't work. If you gave the money directly to people to go out and buy houses, that would work. That would solve the problem for people that couldn't afford to buy their own house. Okay, and if beyond that, we should have extra houses all over the world so you can live wherever you want, anytime you want. That's the way we could have it. So this idea that we got to think like these people have corralled us into, they've molded us into thinking the way that we do about these issues, and makes a guy like me sound like a wild-eyed liberal when really I'm not. I'm saying, well, is God a wild-eyed liberal? If he says, well, Chris, you know that this planet belongs to you and everybody else, and I say, well, that makes sense, because we're all equal and equally loved by God, so he would not give any more wealth to one person than another. So if we had a true reality, a viable reality, it'd be God's way, not our way. So fundamentally, that's all you're really understanding by understanding the things I'm trying to convey here. And it would be fiscally prudent. It would be fiscally conservative. It would save a lot on taxes. You're paying $50,000 a year for one inmate here in California. Okay? So no, I'm not saying they should select, because these guys, it's like mafia extorting. I get where John Rappaport's coming from. Don't get me wrong here. That does sound extortionary, right? That, we'll be good, we'll keep our noses clean and not be troublemakers, not murder people if you pay us. Yeah, that's what the mafia does, right? We won't vandalize. We'll stop with the graffiti and all this. Yeah, that reeks. I would agree with Rappaport in that regard, okay? But I'm saying that, look, if we can bail out these bankers, is all this ill-gotten gain they got, these trillions of dollars, okay, that's put on the backs of the poorest out there, okay? Remember, the weak links, they're at the bottom of this pyramid here. They're the base holding it up, and they're being crushed under the weight of the debt of this mad science economic junk that they're just capitalism. They're cramming down our throats. People got to get it. We all got to, that's something that I think that the conservatives out there, the good, honest, true conservatives, can agree with Antifa, that you hate capitalism. Yes, everybody, that's something to come together on at this rally I was talking about. Come together on hating, anti-capitalism. That's what it ought to be, anti-capitalist rally. Yeah, there. Maybe I'll start my own, I'm not all that tech savvy. I'm not much of a promoter. And I'm not really thrilled about getting in the limelight all that much, the spotlight, whatever. But you know what? Man does what a man's got to do. The conscience is aching, just like all of our conscience. And it should be. That's good. Our it shows that we have compunction. We have a conscience. We get guilt. We get feelings of, well, I'm not sure on this particular issue. Which way should I go? All these little, like this DACA thing. I mean, in my mind, as far as DACA goes, I just as soon say, you know what? Okay, Obama let this happen, and he was causing the collision of civilizations, and he knew what he was doing. And this is not only about just subjugating and subverting labor, okay, because it's a slap in the face to the poor working class. One more slap in the face, because the worst thing is the economic thing. But yes, the unbridled, unmitigated idea that, you're bad and you're not compassionate if you're not for DACA and all this crap. I think, wait a minute. I'm the guy that's been preaching against homelessness all this time. We're letting our own native sons and daughters out in the cold, but you're saying that I'm the one that's not compassionate? Okay, I resent the implications, okay, to the nth degree, and it makes me sick to my stomach. I want to vomit all over you. Okay, Obama, I think you're a liar. I think you're a deceiver. And I want to have a one-on-one come to Jesus meeting with you, friend. Okay, and I want to confront you. You're a liar. Why don't you put pressure on the rulers of these kleptocracies, the kleptocrats down in Latin America, okay, and say, stop robbing the people of their wealth. Okay, you like it like this. You love having that giant pool of desperate people south of the border. I know how these people think and operate. We all do if we think about it. So I just say, you know what? All these people chanting, si puede, si, yes, we can. Yes. I say, you know what? That's pretty American of them. This idea that they're defiant and they're demanding and they're dissenting from the powers that be. You know what? Their inclination, there's a side of me that says, yeah, let's just give them all amnesty. Just let them all of a sudden. I mean, talk about building a voter block. Okay, that's what Trump would do. Okay, if he did that, just forgive them all. Okay, that's it, blanket amnesty. But that's it. We've drawn the line now. Now the pressure goes on the rulers south of the border. Okay, that's where the pressure, the heat is on. And the wall of humiliation, to me, just take away the incentives. Okay, you're not going to come here and go on welfare if you didn't go through the legal hoops, okay? If you didn't jump through the legal hoops out there, okay? You got to do it by the book, okay? We need to regulate this thing. We need to find out why people are coming from why we get this excessive immigration from this particular nation. Well, let's confront the rulers. Let's humiliate them, embarrass them, get serious, jump down their throats, say, no, fix your damn problems, take care of your people, for crying out loud. That's what we need to do. And the mainstream media needs to get with it. Everybody needs to get with it. University professors, start teaching the truth, man. Stop with your agenda and stop and doing it underhandedly too, like the media. They don't say they have an agenda. Oh no, we're just giving you this is from the heart and all this kind of crap. It isn't. It makes me sick to my stomach. And this wall should be a swiveling solar wall, so once we fix the problems between the nations, we can take it down and you can walk right under it, okay? That's the way it ought to be. That's it. I mean, I could design, so I don't have to be an engineer to design something like that. That would absolutely be simple, okay? Lincoln Logs, man. I mean, giant solar wall, okay, just for a wall of humiliation till the government south of the border get their act together, okay? Stop being evil little a-holes like they are and start caring for their people. If the people want freeways, if they want industry, if they want shopping malls, whatever they like about America that they want, let them have it, for crying out loud. That's what I say. So how I feel about DACA, yeah, there's a part of me that says, yeah, kick their asses. Look at those. Look at the entitled. There's nothing in our Constitution that entitles you to immigrate to America. No, it's for the people of America. Once America was established, these were the rules, okay? We needed rules. Every nation has rules or you're not a nation. You've got boundaries, borders, regulations. This is it. This is how it's what a family does, isn't it? I mean, as a family, do you just let everybody have your bank account information out there? No. But essentially, that's what guys like Obama did. He said, no, come on in, get welfare, we'll give you priority. Our working class has gotten lazy. They're disincentivized by the hopelessness. They can't achieve the American dream anymore. We snatched that out from under them with the banking bailout of '08, which Obama put his stamp of approval on. We've stolen the wealth of the people for generations to come, and you have it harder, so you appreciate this, even though we've wrecked it up for the poor and the working class here in America. You still, so we like your attitude, we like your spirit. Come on here. But people forget that the whole other component, economically speaking, is this artificial demand they're putting on things like housing. Okay? Do you understand how this thing works? So that's why I call the Chamber of Commerce the Chamber of Communists, because I know who's doing this stuff. These people are fascists. The government's working against the best interests of the people. That's it. And the best thing we can do in America is set an example. It's not just let ourselves turn into third world status. It's by protecting it and humiliating countries that don't do what we're doing. Say, well, you can do it. Do what America does. Set the example that way. Okay? But you just can't make it harder and harder and harder on the working class, poor, blue-collar people in America and expect positive results. You're going to get vitriol from us. Anger, indignation. And they deserve it. And that's what I'm spewing out right now. I'm indignant about this. I'm angry about this. I'm frustrated. I demand change. I am not going to tolerate this crap from these people. Okay, and Donald Trump, I know, at least I'm trusting, okay, and I could be deceived. And Antifa, all you guys, everybody that is a never Trumper thinks he's a Nazi, thinks he's a bigot, thinks he's a racist and a xenophobe and all this crap, a sexist, all this crap. Just remember, maybe you're wrong. And even if I'm wrong, do I have a right? Do other people that support Trump have a right to be wrong? Do we have a right to be wrong? You act like we don't. Like you want to hold us responsible for everything Trump ever did wrong. Okay? It's like I can't do that for anybody. I can't barely do that for myself. Who are you, Antifa? You act all sanctimonious? Like you guys aren't human too? You're not allowed to make mistakes? We all are. I mean, by default, you're saying Hillary would have been a better president. She stole it from Bernie Sanders, for crying out loud. We all know that. And you're telling me that Trump's not better than Hillary Clinton? I mean, but I understand why people don't like Trump. Just on the surface, he's this multi-billionaire completely out of touch with the regular people. At least that's the perception, and perception in these people's mind becomes reality. So they really start believing what their gut feeling was initially. And if I did that, I'd be like Antifa or Black Lives Matter or any of these other groups. I would see it. I would understand, like so many of the millennials, they can't stand Trump. They don't want to hear it, and he can't never do anything right, ever. Even if he walked on water, okay, it would be insufficient. It would be a bad thing because it was Donald Trump doing it. So even if he saves the economy, even if he starts lifting people out of poverty, even if we start seeing things getting fixed socially, politically, and economically speaking, okay, they're not going to, say anything about it. They'll just become silent. But I think that's what we're going to see. That's what I'm hopeful for. I'm hoping he's a precursor, a harbinger of Jesus Christ returning and the end of the age and the beginning of a new age. And I'm for an age of prosperity and safety and security and freedom, not for some of the people that inherit the surface of the earth, but for